What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to be looking at a very old core in the Great League, but specifically to hunt a very certain team, and that team is Bastiodon, Wigglytuff, Victreebell. It is a toxic team, and it is the end of the season, so now that we have already hit Legend, we are just going to be hunting down players running that toxic line and basically gatekeeping them from hitting a higher rank so that the actual skilled expression players can reach their end of the season goals. So let's just get right into the video. We're going to be looking at a Shadow Whiscash, Shadow Tentacruel, Skarmory line. You'll notice a little bit of a weird moveset on Whiscash, but I'll get into that as the video goes. It's also sped up because I've got a lot of battles today. But right into the first match, we've got a Whiscash into Skeledirge, which is a great lead, and they safe swap into a Zoomerl, which we can match with a hard answer of Tentacruel. In this matchup, we're just going to go straight Poison Jab and completely farm them down. We can take 2 moves from the Azu here, and it won't hurt. In fact, it'll just give less farm to the Skeledirge. But this gives us an opportunity to get off 2 Scalds. No baiting here. We are full sending these Scalds. And they are going to let me get to a second one. Let's see, are they going to let it go? They let it go. Poliwrath in the back there, triple weak to Skeledirge. We're probably going to come in the Whiscash here. Yep, just grab that final shield because once that final shield is gone, it is game. And Poliwrath users will be Poliwrath users. They're going to shield the first, Icy Wind, and this is when we hard swap into Skarmory, and Brave Bird with no shields is game. Into the next match, Charjabug, we got another good lead. This is where we want to see it in this team. We are double weak to Electric in the back, so we are definitely going to stay in this matchup. It's actually a pretty even matchup in the zeros. I'm pretty sure it's IV dependent. A lot of them tend to shield. One Scald, one take out, so you don't really miss the Scald here. The Mud Bombs, 2 of them will just barely take out, it looks like. But this one lets me get to another Mud Bomb, and they're going to double shield their Charjabug. So I'm just going to match shields. My guess is this team is actually either double or triple weak to Whiscash. So if they come in with a hard answer, we'll look to switch out. But they come in with Claude. So if Claude is their best answer for a Whiscash, then they are screwed. And they actually caught on the Lantern, which is huge because they're ABA Electric, and we need to get this out ASAP. We are 0 shields in play, but we've got 2 Pokemon remaining. We've got a Skarmory and a Tentacruel, so probably just going to Brave Bird and bail. I had a feeling they were going to try and CMP there, so I purposely didn't throw. But now we can get off the Brave Bird, switch into the Tentacruel, and even if they get an Earthquake off to KOS, which I'm not even sure if it does one-shot, let's see, just barely doesn't. And they farm us down, and we take that win. Into the next match, we got Annihilate. This is a pretty neutral / slightly negative lead, I think. So I always build up to the Scald here because for some reason Annihilates love to shield Scald. Every single one that I played, and I played against probably 10 Annihilate leads, they all shielded the Scald, so that was interesting. I accidentally overfarm here. They just go for the Night Slash, but I CMP with them. And I'm hoping they just shield the next one, and they do. So now I'm going to hard swap into the Tentacruel here. They do have enough for a Shadow Ball, so I'm going to get the shield here. And then they come in with the Victreebell. It is on Razor Leaf, so I do want to just get this out as fast as possible, and we do hit that Scald. They come back and when they Annihilate, I have got another Scald loaded. And what is in the back? They've got a Carbank. So double super effective Steel Wings on the Skarmory. We actually go for the Rock Slide catch on the Whiscash. Just a little bit of a flex there. We know one Rock Slide won't take us out here, so we're just over farming. And it looks like they're going to go for a BM Moonblast, and I actually CMP them on it and get the Brave Bird off. So a little bit of a flex there on my end. Gligar, this would be a good lead, so they swap out, and then they get into Vigoroth. I do have a good answer in Tentacruel, so I'm surprised I'm not swapping earlier here. I think I'm just thinking that I'll align my Skarmory on the Gligar, and this Vigoroth is not great IVs because 2 Mud Bombs take it out. And then they come in with the Feraligatr, so I'm just going to play this out. They match shields finally. They let me get to another Mud Bomb. Maybe they thought I was on the 5 cycle. So they let this one go, and now they come in with Gligar, so we just swap into the Skarmory. There is nothing they can throw here. Everything is resisted. So I'm going to let them get off 2 digs, and then fire off the Sky Attack. I'm going for an undercharge here, but they actually shield that. So now I'm just going to take out the Gligar. And it is just the Feraligatr left, so I'm just going to let this go, come in with Tentacruel because I can take any move, barring a crunch, but I'm going to let the first crunch go either way, and end up going for a fancy catch. Unnecessary, but we take the win with the Whiscash. Deoxys. So Deoxys is tricky because it usually has super effective coverage on both Tentacruel and Skarmory. So we do just play it out with the Whiscash. They end up Psycho Boosting and Bail. They come in to Umbreon, so I end up chipping with the Mud Bomb and then coming in Tentacruel. Hit me with a Foul Play. They're going to go for another Foul Play. It does not look like it will take out, so I will take this move and then get off the Scald. And yeah, this is a time where I feel like I should fight for Switch, so I do commit the shield, and they actually come in with a Dugong, and I kind of blind Scalded there. That is okay. I actually make it to the Acid Spray before they're able to counter farm me down, and they shield, which is huge. I come in with the Whiscash, expecting them to Psycho Boost and Bail. They actually didn't CMP me, but I do, because they're at the back-to-back, I believe, so I catch onto the Skarmory. This is a debuff resisted Psycho Boost, and now it's just the Whiscash in the back. I still have my, now it's just the Dugong in the back, and I still have my Whiscash to reset the Icy Wind debuff as needed. So I'm gonna get off that Sky Attack. They're gonna shield this, and they're gonna Icy Wind. I don't think an Icy Wind will take me out from this range, just barely doesn't. So I will get off that Brave Bird, and it looks like they got out of that match. Into the next match, we got a Lantern. That's another great lead. They switch out into Goodra. Skarmory is probably our best answer here. They do have super effective Thunder Punch, but that won't threaten a knockout, so I will let the first one go. However, that does mean that they can fight for Switch if they commit 2 shields here. And it looks like that's what they're going to do. Now I'm just in Aqua Tail range, so they just go straight Aqua Tail, but I'm going to get off another Sky Attack, and yep, so they're going to commit to the 2 shield farm down. But the reason I'm okay with letting that go is if they got a Lantern and a Goodra, my guess is they're running Double Dragon in the back. So I'm going to come in with the Whiscash, get that extra bit of farm. I will shield this to protect my Whiscash, but they're all shields are down, and I was exactly right. It is the Guzzlord in the back, so we get off that Blizzard, and now it's just the Lantern. My win con here is obviously the Whiscash, so right as they get to the Surf, I'm going to catch onto the Tentacruel. They realize what happened, and they undercharge and just quit the match. Okay, Talonflame. So this is the first time you're seeing where Scald is missed. Of course, my opponent doesn't know that, so it looks like I'm just baiting with the Mud Bomb, which is super risky. But they get off the Brave Bird. They're coming in with the Skarmory. I try to go for a Grass Knot catch there. I was unsuccessful, but this is a great matchup for the Skarmory. So that is okay. We're just gonna go straight sky attack here. No reason to lower our defense yet. They're going straight Moonblast, so it looks like they're Grass Knot Moonblast. Because Future Sight would be the preferred move for that extra damage here. So we do take out that Crest now, and we get off a move just barely on the Talon. Their counts were just a little off. They expected a Brave Bird. So this time I'm coming in with Tentacruel. I will shield a Brave Bird in return. And they've got Poliwrath in the back. So another team really weak to the Tentacruel. I found Tentacruel is a really good core breaker in the Great League, but it's really hard to build a team around Tentacruel. I think this team works pretty solidly. Anyways, we get the farm down of the Poliwrath, and we get the Scald off on the Talonframe there. Another good lead, we go the Whiscash into the Magnezone. They come in Dragonair. This is a great matchup for the Skarmory. They obviously have to go straight Aqua Tail here. And we will get off the Sky Attack before they get to their next move. I don't believe this will take out from this range. It is a non-Shadow Dragonair. I noticed that afterwards, but that is okay because that just gives less farm to the Pokemon in the front. And that's actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to let them farm me all the way down so they only get one Volt Switch worth of energy here. We're going to come in with the Whiscash. They come in with the Annihilate. This is a pretty neutral matchup. Poison Jab is resisted as well as counter. They are going to go straight Night Slash here because it is 2 shields versus 2 shields, and their win con is Annihilate. So they're going to be shielding everything. So I'm also going to go straight Poison Jab. And now I'm shielding Night Slashes. I build up to another Scald, but I'm going Poison Jab again, which means my Poison Jabs are really adding up. And they actually give up Switch. I don't know why. I think they were trying to get a shield for me, but I know I can just barely survive a Wild Charge, so I will get the double up. I have the shield, so even though they win CMP, I save the shield, and now I get off the Mud Bomb, and I will take them out. Skarmory in the lead. They switch into Feraligatr. I will probably... Oh, I was going to say get the Mud Bomb chip, but I actually just catch the Hydro Cannon onto the Tentacruel. We also sneak the Poison Jab, which is huge. They're going to get off another Hydro Cannon here. So it looks like I'm going to go for the full farm down, but I'm just barely not going to get it. So I'm going to throw the Poison Jab to... the Acid Spray to take them out. They come back in with the Skarmory. I will get off the Scald before they get to their next move. I probably should have thrown it as soon as I got it, maybe to debuff their attack. And I think I go for a Poison Jab, Acid Spray here, thinking that they would shield both Scalds, but they actually were planning on letting it go, which is okay, because we can just come in with Skarmory and get some extra farm. They just go straight Sky Attack. We're just going to go for the aggressive Steel Wing down because their defense is lowered here. And then they come in with a Stunfisk, a Unova Stunfisk. So we're just going to get off the Brave Bird. We're going to meet them with the Whiscash. We're going to CMP them on the next Mud Bomb with our Mud Bomb. And they're going to shield this, so we're going to match shields here. I think I would still survive a Mud Bomb from this range, and they cannot farm me down with Thundershock, that's for sure. So we CMP them again on the next Mud Bomb. They're probably going to commit the last shield, which they do, and I should still just barely survive this. Whiscash is pretty bulky. We CMP them again, and actually they make the catch this time on the low HP Skarmory, but that doesn't matter because I'm doubled up on the Mud Bombs. So that is game over. You'll notice we haven't run into the toxic team. Isn't that interesting? Is the algorithm real? No, I don't believe it is. Now that I've hit Legend, I don't believe it. Another Annihilate bleed. Bait the Scald. They always shield for some reason. This time I'm going to mash shields. They do go Night Slash, which is unfortunate, but that means that this can only be a Night Slash, so I let that go. And because it looks like I'm going to go down, I will just full send the Blizzard, see if they commit the 2 shields, which they do. I will come in the Tentacruel because this should incentivize them to throw the Shadow Ball, which they do. And now they come in Carbink. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chip with the Scald, and I'm going to go for a really aggressive Steel Wing down, which means I will have energy if the Annihilate wants to come back in. I know they are energy dry, however. So if they do come in, I will farm up a little bit more so right before they get to the next Night Slash. I will take them out with the Sky Attack, and what is in the back? It is the Gligar. So I'm going to go Brave Bird here, do as much damage as I can, because I've still got the Tentacruel in the back. They're forced to throw their energy. This will take out, but I've got the Tentacruel in the back, and they are not getting to a dig, that's for sure. Talonflame again. Another time we wish we had Scald, but they don't know that, and they switch into a Whiscash down on energy. So we're going to full send the Blizzard here. We connect, so now we're going to come in with Skarmory, and this time, even if this is a Blizzard, we're going for the full Steel Wing down, and it is the Blizzard, so we have a fellow Blizzard Whiscash user. If they're on Blizzard, they're probably not on Scald as well, which is correct. They're on Mud Bomb. They did farm up like they had it, but now we've got Talonflame coming back in. We bait with the Sky Attack, which means we can make the Brave Bird now, which is huge, and they let that go, which is also massive, because now we can just come in Tentacruel, and then we see a Core Breaker in the back in Ferrothorn. I believe they did farm up to the Thunder, but I end up shielding a bait Power Whip there. We get the attack drop, and then we get the catch. Is it the Thunder? It is! So we got a debuff Thunder catch, and now we can go for the Mud Bomb. So we're making our way around this Ferrothorn. They do not get a move. I can get to the Mud Bomb before they can even get to a move, and they know this is game over. So they let that go. Into the next match, another Annihilate lead. Still no Bastiodon. The hunt continues. Bait like we have a Scald. They will shield. Oh, okay. The first Annihilate that didn't shield. We will respect the Shadow Ball. This one goes Night Slash. No matter what, I'm outpacing with the Mud Bombs versus their Night Slashes, so they will commit the shield. This can only be a Night Slash, so it won't take out, which means we can still make another Mud Bomb, just barely. Those Whiscash Shadow IVs coming in clutch, so we get 2 shields early in the match, which is huge because Skarmory in the back, with Brave Bird, as long as it's not resisted by a Steel, then we should be game. This, unfortunately, is a common Bastiodon line, where it is Annihilate, Dugong, Bastiodon, or Sandslash in the back. But fortunately for me, they actually just have the Feraligatr. They get the Hydro Cannon off. I will make the Brave Bird on 1 HP. We get that off. It does not take out because of the Icy Wind, but that means we just get 2 more poison jabs, and so we're gonna get that off and get to the Scald before they can make the Drill Run, and that will take them out. Shadow Tentacruel puts in work, I am telling you. Bronzong. Okay, we've got a little bit of spice in the next match. They come in with Guzzlord. We will meet them with the Skarmory. They're going to go for a Crunch here most likely, and they're actually running Brutal Swing, which means this is another Brutal Swing, so I need to start getting these moves off. If I'm them, I'm just shielding this and farming down, because unless I get DRE, this is going to take me out. But I do, the 1 in a million times I get DRE is to get the Sky Attack off, which is massive because we get both shields. So now we have a 2 shield advantage. I come in with the Tentacruel here. I think I may just be reading that my Whiscash with 2 shields is my win con. And also I know it doesn't have that much play against the Bronzong. So I do get that off, and they actually let me get to a Mud Bomb before they even get a move, so that will take them out. And it is a Skarmory in the back, 2 shields versus none. Yeah, they're losing that, even with Blizzard. Charjabug in the lead. This is another great lead. This is where we want to see the electric type Pokemon. We will play this out no matter how they want to play it out. I will always just match shields because I will always just barely outpace by 1 turn, assuming you throw in a good timing. This is the one that plays out the zeros, so we will see a time where I just barely take it because a 2-turn versus 4-turn switch. They come in with Azu, and then they've got a Dragonite in the back. So this is a triple hard counter. There's not much my opponent could do. Their only win con is going for a super power here, and I know that, so I'm just going to shield and farm all the way down. And at this point, no matter how many shields they have, they are not winning that game. Into the next game, we've got a Noctowl, so that's a little blast from the past. Will this Noctowl expect a Blizzard is the question. So we are going to no-shield the Sky Attack, make them be the first one to commit the shield if they want to, full setting the Blizzard, and it one-shots the Noctowl, which is crazy because I remember Noctowl being bulky, so I guess it's not Mana Buzz bulky. But anyways, they come in with the Surfetched. I will meet them with the Tentacruel. I will have to shield once, but I think if I shield, I can get the farm down here. It's going to be close, just barely. And then they've got a Chestnut in the back, so double like grass fighting types in the back. Very spicy team for my opponent. But now they've got no shields and they're a grass type against a Skarmory in the back. So that is game. Another Skarmory in the lead. Still no Bastiodon. Isn't that crazy? Algorithm may not be real, but wow, absolutely no one was running the Basti line today. We do get a Blizzard off on the Skarmory. Skarmory is a little bit bulkier, and it does not take that super effective damage from the Noctowl. So we actually get that off. We will go for a Mud Bomb here on CMP, and we take them out from that range, which is crazy. We are just going to be able to get a Mud Bomb off here. But they do not know their counts, and they shield a Mud Bomb on their Goodra. So now we can come in with the Skarmory. I'm going to shield the Thunder Punch and then probably attempt to take them out here. I'm surprised I didn't go for the Brave Bird because the Sky Attack probably doesn't take out from this range. And then they have a Cofagrigus in the back, which is really bad for my Tentacruel. Poison Jab is resisted. So I'm going to stay in this matchup. I am going to CMP them here, even though I lose CMP, because I know they have back-to-back Dark Pulses. So I want to force them to throw this energy to take me out. And we get the Sky Attack off, which is huge. They throw the Dark Pulse immediately because they want to retain health on their Cofagrigus, but I get a perfect Poison Jab resisted farm down, and they resign the match. Ooh, finally, here we go. We've got a Victreebell on the lead. We safe swap into Tentacruel. They don't have an immediate answer for us, which is huge. And there's the Bastiodon. So we found the team, but we've got it in the wrong order. So that is slightly unfortunate. I don't even build up to the Scald here, which is a little bit questionable. I think I just want to go for farm on the Whiscash because I know an unexpected Blizzard might be my win con. I probably should have at least baited the Scald there. But this should allow me to get a full Mudshot farm down. But no, their Bastiodon actually lives with 1 HP. They get off the Stone Edge. I snipe with the Skarmory because I'm expecting a Wiggly in the back, and it's actually an Annihilate. So now we've got a 2-shield Annihilate. How are we going to get out of this matchup? And you can see the way we're going to get out of this matchup is Skarmory's Steel Wings doing an absolute insane amount of damage onto this Annihilate. And we are going to try and grab both shields from my opponent, which should mean that I can snipe with the Mud Bomb, take out this Annihilate, leaving just the Victreebell in the back, so we will get off that Blizzard, which is totally overkill, and take that game. And I believe this is back to the front. Yep. So yeah, that was the team. Shadow Whiscash, Shadow Tentacruel, and Skarmory. Whiscash and Skarmory both nerfed next season. Mudshot gets nerfed, and I believe a Steel Wing and Sky Attack nerf on Skarmory. So the only one that is unaffected is Tentacruel here. Tentacruel, it will be strong because Azu is untouched, and Tentacruel will always be strong. It's got the stat product. It deals a lot of damage, especially on the Shadow. And will this team be as useful? Maybe not, just because the Basti, Wiggly, Vic line will be less common. Wiggly actually will still be everywhere. Wiggly got a buff, but Victreebell, the Razor Leaf got nerfed, and Basti, the Smackdown, got nerfed. So hopefully we'll see less of those. If not, they'll just be weaker. So yeah, if you see that team, you can always run some kind of variation of this team. Maybe you run Clodsire in the front, and for your flyer, maybe you've got Mandibuzz. No, that makes you double weak to ice. You don't want to do that, actually. But you get the idea. You want something that can beat Steels in the front, and then something that can beat Grass in the back. Is pretty much the team comp. But yeah, that's going to be it from me in this video. I'm really looking forward to next season and the changes that we see. I will upload this right before the next season goes live, so it will be pretty much irrelevant. But I hope you all enjoyed, and until next time, peace.